Okay, so on Friday we started classifying these events as either natural or man-made, and we did these together in class, these first seven. But I thought I'd put them in here just in case you weren't in the Zoom meeting that day. But let's continue. All right, so climate change is the next one. It says the increase in the average temperature of the Earth near surface in recent decades. That's definitely been sped up by man. So I think you have to lump in that one with man-made. Landslide or mudslide, large scale ground movement of rock, mud, or other debris down the slope of a mountain. That's something that's gone on before man was around, although it affects man in places like, say, California, where we have houses going down hillsides after a hard rain, but it's still a natural event. Pollution, introduction of chemical substances, noise, heat, light, or energy into the environment, which has a negative effect on the organisms or ecosystem. Humans are doing the introducing of these things, right? So definitely man-made. It's one of the things that's the worst about our species, and all the damage we've done to the planet. Dam collapse, dam failure that results in severe flooding downstream. So it's not like a beaver dam or something. We're talking about a huge structure that man built. And yes, it could be a natural event that causes it to collapse, but if the dam wasn't there, there wouldn't be a dam collapse. So it's man-made. Wildfire, the first part of that word should tell you that it is not man-made. We're talking about either lightning or volcanic eruptions starting this fire. So that's natural. Nuclear disasters, nuclear weapons are detonated, and so on and so forth. Well, man, it's got to build the nuclear weapons, so that's a man-made event. Logging, the process in which trees are cut down as part of uh, timber harvest for the wood industry. All right, so definitely man-made. And then fire, this one says due to human carelessness, so that's a man-made event. Right, overpopulation, the condition of an organism's numbers exceeding the carrying capacity of its ecological niche. Usually man has something to do with even animals overpopulating, so this is a man-made event. Definitely humans have overpopulated themselves. A volcano, an opening or rupture in the Earth's surface or crust, which allows hot molten rock ash and gases to escape from deep below the surface. Volcanoes have been around for eons, so way before man. Earthquakes, also a natural event. Deforestation, who's doing the deforesting? It's man. Clearing for farms, pastures, urban use, or wasteland. That's a man-made thing. Oil spills only happen if man drills for oil and then tries to ship the oil, or maybe sometimes it's on an oil derrick that's out at sea, but that's a man-made thing. Drought, an extended period of months or years when a region experiences a deficiency in its water supply. That's a natural event, although I think it's probably going to be worse as climate change worsens. Disease, an abnormal condition of an organism that impairs bodily function. That is a natural event. Diseases have been around for a long time, way before man was around. Overfishing and overhunting. That's fishing or hunting activities reduce fish game stocks below sustainable levels. Who's doing the overfishing and overhunting? Well, it's man. There we go. Heat wave, prolonged period of excessively hot weather. That is a natural event. Ice age was a natural event. We haven't had one in a long time, but that's a natural thing. Draining wetlands, it's man that's doing the draining, right? It says for construction or other use. Blizzards, severe winter storms, condition characterized by low temperatures, strong winds, and heavy blowing snow. That is a natural event. Habitat destruction, well, it's man doing the destruction, right? So it's a man-made thing, and that's a big issue these days as it pertains to wild creatures and having the habitat they need, and as it pertains to biodiversity. That's one of the biggest things that affects biodiversity in different ecosystems is man destroying habitat. Exotic species introduction. There's another one that really affects ecosystems, and it's man that's introducing these exotic species that don't belong in ecosystems. So it's accidentally or deliberately transported these species, these organisms, to new locations, and that damages ecosystems. And then finally, hurricanes. Those are storms that can produce powerful winds, torrential rain, high waves, and damaging storm surge. Those are natural events. There you go. All right, guys, make sure yours are filled in. Make sure these are all put in your notebook or wherever you're saving your notes, because these are going to be helpful on the quiz today.